What if I told you that you aren't just an individual? What if you're actually a walking, talking planet, home to 100 trillion tiny creatures that are living, eating, and even fighting inside you right now? These tiny residents are the secret to just about everything, from your mood to your digestion. You are their entire world. So let's meet these incredible organisms and figure out how to become the best planet you can be. Deep inside your gut, there's a hidden, bustling metropolis of microorganisms. This isn't science fiction, it's your microbiome, a massive ecosystem of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. In fact, you have more microbial cells in your body than human ones, and if you put them all on a scale, they'd weigh up to 2 kilograms, about the same as your brain. Think of it like a vibrant rainforest, with thousands of different species, each with a crucial job. Some are like tireless workers, breaking down things your body can't, like tough plant fibers. Through fermentation, they turn this fiber into powerful compounds called short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which are a superfood for your gut lining, keeping it strong and healthy. Other microbes are like little vitamin factories, producing essentials like vitamin K and B vitamins that your own cells can't make. Some are the city's waste management crew, helping to process old bile acids. And others are the security guards, protecting their home, your gut, from any harmful invaders. This inner world isn't random. You started building it the moment you were born. And while it continues to develop throughout life, a foundational community was established by the time you were around 3 to 5 years old. It's now a microbial signature as unique to you as your fingerprint. The two most dominant groups of bacteria here are the Bacteroidetes and the Firmicutes, making up about 90% of the population. This community is so vital that scientists now consider it a newly discovered organ, one that's fundamental to your health. For all its power, this inner world is delicate. When everything is in balance, a state called eubiosis, your microbial city thrives, and so do you. But when that balance is disturbed, it's a state called dysbiosis, and that's where the trouble starts. Imagine your rainforest suddenly getting hit by a chemical spill. The harmony is shattered. So, what causes this chaos? Often it's the staples of modern life. Antibiotics, while life-saving, are like a bomb in your gut. They wipe out the bad guys, but they take countless friendly microbes down with them. A diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats essentially starves your good microbes while feeding the troublemakers. These bad bacteria love simple sugars and can multiply quickly, crowding out the helpful species that need complex fiber to survive. Chronic stress is another huge disruptor. A constant flood of stress hormones can change your gut environment, making it a pretty unpleasant place for your friendly bacteria. Even just a couple of nights of poor sleep can throw your microbiome out of whack. When dysbiosis hits, the consequences ripple through your whole body. Without enough fiber-digesting microbes, you can get bloating, gas, and constipation. With the security guards off duty, you're more vulnerable to infections. The drop in SCFA production can weaken your gut wall, leading to a condition sometimes called leaky gut, where particles can slip into your bloodstream and trigger body-wide inflammation. This microbial imbalance is now linked to a frighteningly long list of modern diseases. We see clear connections to gut disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Metabolic diseases like obesity and type 2 diabetes are also strongly correlated with an altered microbiome. Even heart disease has a microbial connection. When certain gut bacteria feast on compounds in red meat, they produce a substance called TMAO, which is linked to clogged arteries. It's clear that when your inner planet is in crisis, your health pays the price. The good news is, you're not just a bystander here. You are the planet, the gardener, and the governor of this microbial nation. You have the power to bring back the balance, and the best tool you have is your diet. Here are 3 effective ways to start nurturing your inner army. First, become a fiber fanatic. Fiber is what your best microbial buddies eat. When you don't give them fiber, you're essentially starving them. The goal is a wide variety of it, because different microbes have different tastes. Aim to eat 30 different types of plant foods a week. That might sound like a lot, but it's easier than you think. Think leafy greens, broccoli, onions, and garlic. Add in different fruits, nuts, seeds, and legumes like chickpeas and lentils. They're all packed with the good stuff. Second, embrace fermented foods. These are natural sources of probiotics, live, beneficial bacteria. Think of them as reinforcements arriving to bolster your city's population. Foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and kombucha are filled with these helpful microbes. A 2021 study from Stanford University found that a diet high in fermented foods increased microbiome diversity and lowered markers of inflammation. Third, cut back on the anti-microbe foods. Just as you want to feed the good guys, you need to stop feeding the bad ones. This means reducing ultra-processed foods loaded with sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients. A high sugar intake, in particular, lets the less desirable microbes thrive. By choosing whole, unprocessed foods more often, you naturally create an environment where your beneficial microbes have the home field advantage. Now for what might be the most mind-blowing discovery of all, the gut-brain axis. This is a powerful two-way communication highway between your gut and your brain. Your gut is often called the second brain for good reason. It's lined with over 100 million nerve cells, all in constant dialogue with the brain in your head. And who's sitting right in the middle of this conversation? Your gut microbes. They can produce and influence neurotransmitters, the very chemicals that regulate your mood. While it's true that most of the body's serotonin, a key mood regulator, is produced in the gut, it's a bit more complex than gut serotonin equals happiness. That gut-made serotonin can't cross the blood-brain barrier to act on the brain directly. Instead, it influences the brain indirectly through other pathways, like the vagus nerve. This means your gut health can have a real impact on your mental well-being. An imbalanced microbiome and the inflammation that can result are increasingly linked to conditions like anxiety and depression, though the exact nature of this link is still an active area of research. Studies have shown that a healthier gut can lead to better stress resilience by helping to regulate stress hormones. The state of your inner world isn't just affecting your digestion, it's shaping your thoughts and feelings. So, you're not just an individual. You are a superorganism, a living planet for 100 trillion residents who are your partners in health. They digest your food, make your vitamins, train your immune system, and even talk to your brain. The modern world can be tough on them, but you have the power to be a good planet. By feeding your microbes a diverse, fiber-rich diet, bringing in fermented foods, and avoiding processed junk, you can cultivate a thriving inner world. Taking care of them is taking care of yourself. This is just the beginning of a scientific revolution that's changing how we see health. If this journey into your inner universe fascinated you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the human body. And now, I want to hear from you. What's one change you're going to make to be a better planet for your microbes? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and here's to your 100 trillion new friends.